Hey guys, so the last class we talked about how to rotate an element. So by this time we're going to focus expression, how to add expression to an element. Alright, so let's get down to it. So this is our shape element. So I want to add expression. What are expressions? Expressions basically are, they're more like, well, let's say short code, or rather a code. In the programming world they call it code, but in After Effects, I don't know, they refer to it as expressions. Because to me, I feel like you're writing a code. Yeah, I know we are not a programmer, but I feel like you're writing a code. So expression basically are, they allow you to do complex movements or complex animation within a short time and still maintain a precise or a seamless or a smooth motion, which it will take you like a tons of years to animate if you're to use hand or do it manually, right? So that's what it I don't know, but expression basically can have different definition, but to me that's what I feel like it is. That's I feel like that's its purpose, right? So because right now we're gonna do what we call wiggle. So if you notice, like I said, everything I'm teaching you right now, everything I'm trying to explain right now, the stuff are actually used for this project, right? There are so many expressions in After Effects. I can't count, more than 50, more than, I don't know, but I can't really count. So but right now we just focus on wiggle. So what wiggle does is that the wiggle is basically what I will use for the parts that will give the bike a set of vibration when it's moving. As you know, of course, when hinges start rolling, it doesn't stay static. It at some point vibrates a bit, even though you don't get to see it, but if you get close you notice it vibrates very, very fast, right? So to achieve that, we're going to use what we call the wiggle expression. So to do that, you have to enable your position, right? So we have to hit P to bring out our position element. Now, so I want to wiggle this shape element. So what I need to do is the position basically is just to represent it determines the starting point of the wiggle to the ending point of the wiggle, right? So to do that now, you have to hold Alt. You have to hold your Alt key and click this key from here. So if you notice, it brings us to this part here where we have to write our code or our expression. So the wiggle expression basically it's the word wiggle. Oh, I've not even typed it. I think it's bring the drop down. I feel like I'm writing code. Man, that's cool. Alright, so let's click this wiggle here, right? So once you click this, so you have to put your expression inside there. So in this case, we have what we call an argument, and I've forgotten, but we have what we call an argument. So in this case, in the world of programming, they will call it properties. You have to put the values there. We will call it values there, but in programming, I think they call it argument or something, but they are more like the properties, the values that determine the animation or something. So in this case, we want to put let's try 50, then comma, then 100 here. Or let me reduce this to 10. So if I click out and click my play button, you notice it's vibrating. So you can use this for various purposes. You can also use it for earthquake. I think some VFS you notice in some movies made properly using this expression, but in a more complex way rather. So right now it's serving more like an earthquake if you don't control it properly, right? So let's try to see how we can reduce that. So let me take this to 1 and take this to 50. So the vibration, everything will reduce a bit now. So if you notice now, it's vibrating but in a more sluggish way, right? So that's that for wiggle. That's the expression. So I know I talk about adding expression, but when I mean adding expression is adding this exact expression, not like showing you the overall expressions in After Effects, right? So it's just to give you an idea of the kind of expression I used instead of me creating it live in the real project. You find it a bit confusing, right? I just have to explain it a bit so you just have an idea before we dive into the main project. All right, so That's what I use. Basically, if you want to learn more about this wiggle expression, you can do that. You can do a lot with it. You can check Udemy or YouTube or any of other places. I think there are other ways to explain this in details. Right? Just for this purpose, I just need to go straight so I don't delay our time.